It is a picture-perfect still frame of idyllic San Francisco, Alamo Square overlooking the famous Victorian painted ladies. Ask any tourist.
I'd love to live here.
So imagine the incredibly fortunate residents who live in 575 Pierce and corner apartment 102. Alex Stoip can sing the praises.
I love the design, the amazing view.
Now the surprise. Alex pays just $1,200 a month in rent for a room that doesn't hold a lot of stuff. That's the twist.
Awesome.
What's that?
The bed, actually.
Directly above, and not exactly easy access, we might add. Talk about high rents in San Francisco. Alex Stoip lives in a 10 by 4.5 foot closet.
That was my bedroom for many years.
That's roommate Tristan Harvey, who grew up here. His father, Larry Harvey, founded Burning Man. Tristan recently enlarged the closet's living area by adding plywood. He's HIV positive.
I built that out to expand that space because this room could stand to lose a little bit, and I needed the money.
Did you envision yourself at 33 living in a closet?
I don't like to call it that.
What do you call it?
A second living area.
Beyond the semantics of it, what we have here is a case of outside appearances sometimes being deceiving. It is old news to Sam Moss, a devoted advocate for public housing and a critic of San Francisco's status quo.
Saying the housing situation is a crisis has become a cliche at this point. It is beyond crisis.
More like a self-imposed crisis, says Sam, due to the city's zoning restrictions against high-density housing. And now Tristan is a victim of that. As he said, he rents the closet to Alex because he needs the money. Why? His father died last April and never transferred the lease. Do you see where this is going? An apartment that had been $1,600 a month for 40 years with rent control suddenly became $3,600. And Tristan found out the day of his dad's memorial.
I believe it's the landowners, most of them, who charge as much as they can and squeeze every penny out of everything that can be squeezed.
I mean, he had the legal right to do it. Was it morally right to do it? Probably not.
Meantime, Tristan has appealed to the city. It's a matter of principle, he says.
I'm struggling just to keep my head above water, and I think a lot of San Francisco can share that sentiment. There are more than you might imagine that hold steady jobs and live in their cars because they cannot afford to live any other way.
So compared with that, maybe a closet featuring an elevated bed in a loft looks pretty good.
It is really cozy up here.
And with $1 million view outside a tiny window. Do we dare call this the new normal?
What is the solution?
More housing.
How?
Building it, like actually just building it.
So if Alex Stoip dared to dream, what would it be?
To make enough money to live in a home where I can have a dog and have a backyard for my kids to play in.
You think that will ever happen here in San Francisco?
Never.